Hi guys, welcome back to Take a Sip. I'm coming to you live from my very own bedroom, and it's literally because I did not feel like going downstairs to my studio and setting up. So I just brought my camera and my mic up to my room. So I apologize for the lighting, but this episode's gonna be shorter anyway, and it's gonna be a little more chill. So I asked you guys to um let me know some assumptions you have about me, and I'm gonna be reading them off and telling you guys if they're true. I chose I think like 7 or 8 of them, and I just chose ones that I thought were like the most interesting, and we're gonna read them off. So here we go. Okay, so I have my list. I wrote them down in my notes. Okay. So the first one is you wish you had a different podcast name. And this is not entirely true. I love my podcast name. Actually, Sam picked it out for me and I think it was a really good concept, except I kind of changed it around a little bit. But I think Take a Sip is a really good name, take a sip of this tea, and it really helps when I'm posting stuff. I have more a coffee or tea or drink in general theme. My camera is just not wanting to focus on me right now, so I'm sorry, but you get the idea. I actually really like my podcast name, so no, that's not true. Okay, the second one is you wish you could have started the podcast earlier. This one is kind of true. I kind of wish that I would have known I wanted to do it earlier, but there's no way I would have known because in my media class, we had a podcast assignment, and the only way that I would have known I wanted to do it was if I did the podcast assignment. And the only reason why we had a podcast assignment was because of the pandemic, because we were limited on what we could do. So, I mean, realistically, I probably wouldn't have started it earlier because I would never have gotten to that podcast assignment, but I wish I would have started it earlier. Okay, my third one is you wish you had a permanent co-host. And this one is honestly true. I think that me having a solo podcast is cool because I get to be the face of everything. That's nice. I don't have to share the spotlight with anyone. I know I sound so conceited right now, but it's true. It's nice to not have to worry about sharing. But it would be nice to have a co-host because I don't always have guests. So right now I'm doing one by myself, and it would be nice to have a co-host because when you have a person next to you, you feed off of their energy. And when you're alone, you have to create your own energy, which is fine. I'm a very energetic person. Because I'm currently filming this at 1 a.m. and I'm fine, but it would just be nice to always have someone. Even if you don't have a guest, you still have someone to talk to, you know what I mean? That type of thing. So yes, this is true to some extent. So I don't know, maybe in the future I'll pick up a permanent co-host. Okay, the next one. I guess you guys can literally guess who wrote this one. It says that you have a crush on Sam Drake. So I think we all know the truth. Okay, the next one is that you get nervous before you record. Absolutely. Every time before I record with my guests, they're the ones that are usually nervous. So I try to tell them the procedures, get them ready, get them calm. But what they don't know is that I do that for me too. Because Miss Girl, I get nervous every time I record a podcast episode. I don't know why. That's not even the most nerve-wracking part. The most nerve-wracking part is posting it. But I get so nervous before recording because the thing is with podcasting is you literally have to think of questions on the spot. You can come into it with a list of questions, but if you're getting into a conversation, you need to know how to ask a question to shift it. You know what I mean? You have to be like Oprah in the Meghan Markle interview. You have to have questions ready, but you also have to have questions that you think of at the top of your head. And I always get nervous and I'm not going to have any, but I always do. Yeah, but honestly, yes, I do. I'm working on it though. I really am. So, okay, the next assumption is that you're happy-go-lucky. Um, I don't really think so. I'm not a very happy-go-lucky person. I think that I'm kind of nice most of the time. Unless you do something to make me mad, of course. But I'm definitely not happy-go-lucky because I'm my facial expressions and my tone of voice very clearly show my emotion. Like if I'm mad at you, I'm probably going to make a face at you. I'm probably going to, have a little bit of an attitude with you, honestly. So, no, I'm not a very happy go lucky person. I really wish I was. Like, those people who, like, are just so sweet. Like, you could literally do them so wrong, but, like, they will still be, like, the nicest person to you ever. I kind of wish I was that type of person, but I'm not. Like, if you do me so wrong, I'm a little bit more petty, but yeah, definitely not. Okay. Next one is that you have had episodes where you just did not like them. Yes, I have, honestly. And it wasn't the guest. There's not a single guest that I've had where I was like, ew, I didn't like them. Absolutely not. All my guests that I've had on the podcast have been absolutely amazing. It was me. I've had episodes where, like, with me, I'm like, I did not like the face I was making because it makes me look like I was bored, or like looking back at it when I'm editing, I'm like, I did not like the question that I asked. Like, I feel like that was stupid. Like, I did not like this. I did not like that. Like, it's always me. And like, there are some episodes where I almost literally have refilmed them because I just did not like them. But, yeah, that is very much a true assumption. Hey, Magic. Okay. And the last assumption is that you've had guests you did not like. This is not true. And actually, I've never had a guest on my podcast that I have not known prior to them being on the podcast. So, I mean, that kind of speaks for itself. I would not just let a person I just did not like generally just be on the podcast, because I feel like that would not work out well. But no, I've liked all my guests. All my guests that I've had so far are my friends, so I like all of them. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, I also wanted to say happy 1 year pandemic versary. It's been 1 year since we were in this thing, so it's been a weird year. I think I'm kind of tired of talking about COVID. It's always COVID, 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 and I'm sick of it. Like, I can't wait to like not have to say that word every 5 seconds because it has literally ruined so many things. But thank you guys so much for watching today's episode, Take a Sip. I know this was super different and like laid back and more chill, but let me know if you guys like it. Maybe I'll start doing more episodes, and I'm trying to like switch it up a little bit because I don't want the pod to feel super repetitive. I want it to be like something you can listen to while you're like cleaning or something. So definitely let me know how you guys like this episode, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful Sunday. It's Sunday right now. This is going up in a couple hours, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget, keep sipping. Magic, say bye. I'm gonna hand the mic to Magic. She's definitely sleeping right now. Oh wait, no, she's awake. Okay, I'm gonna hand the mic to her, and we're gonna see her thoughts on today's episode. Magic, what do you think? Okay, she said she's speechless. Okay, bye guys.